welcome to Tea Time with Melanie. Tonight I am here with Bobby, and we are just. What's this? Is this how you say
Uh,
hello?
I, it's like, yeah, I wave like that almost every
Oh my
episode.
god, I didn't notice. It looks like a little
I'll do
bunny.
like a little that and then a little wave.
Oh, I should adopt that. That's so cute. um, Bobby, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking the same thing as almost every night, which
Okay.
is my cinnamon sunset tea with
Oh,
cinnamon honey.
cinnamon. Okay, so it's honey that already has cinnamon in it, or is it like cinnamon
Yeah.
infused?
Yeah, it's a honey with cinnamon. So
Mmm.
it's this one is a whipped, so it's like a bit thicker.
Hmm.
But I like the way it spreads inside and it's easier to scoop into it
Oh, that's
than like a fully
interesting.
liquid honey.
Okay. I've never had cinnamon sunset. Like, can you taste the sunset?
Yeah, because it's not fun, sweet like Christmas cinnamon. This is very much like Fireball cinnamon.
Oh, okay, wait. Yeah, I feel like you've
It's
told
a
me
little
about this before. This
spicy.
sounds familiar to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I want to
But
try that.
that's why I like this because I feel like it has a bit more of that sweeter
To
cinnamon, so it
balance
kind of
it.
balances it.
I see. Okay, okay. I am drinking just a green tea. This sounds really gross. I'm drinking green tea with collagen. Have you ever
No, I would love to start putting collagen in my stuff, but I never remember to buy it.
Okay, okay. I do drink collagen. I feel like it sounds disgusting. Um but I am just trying to intake more collagen
Yeah.
in the hope that it'll help my skin a little bit.
I
Um
know, I need that. My skin is awful. I really need to like take better care of
Oh,
it.
I love making skincare routines. I'm not gonna take up your whole time and like go over your skincare needs, but I would after we stop recording, I would love to hear about like what kind of skin you have, like what kind of
Mhm.
things you want to address. I would love to discuss that with you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I already do. See, my issue though
Yes.
is I'll get on a skincare routine, right? And I'll be doing the self-care thing really,
Mm-hmm.
really good.
Yeah.
And then just a minor inconvenience will happen and I won't do it one night and I'll just never go back to it.
I think that's fine. I think you should just have it available for when you want to. I don't think you need
Mhm.
to be religious about it. I think, like, if
Mhm.
you want to do it, if you don't want to, I think it's fine.
Well, see, for me, like, I have a hard time doing self-care in general, right? I
Hmm.
don't take care of myself very good. So it's like I kind of have to force myself into taking care of my own
Hmm.
self.
Hmm. Yeah. I think,
So,
okay, so for me, I think I try to do something known as like habit stacking. So if there's something already in like your nighttime or like morning routine, I try to fold it in right after that. So mine is like brushing my teeth, right? Because I'll do it once in the morning and once in the evening. And so right after I brush my teeth, I'll like initiate my skincare routine. And so that's kind of like the trigger, right? To start like the next process because like, brushing your teeth is usually just like automatic for you. Like you don't have to think about it.
Mhm.
You don't have to like exert willpower to like, oh, let me like brush my teeth. So you need something like that that's just automatic and then you tack on to it like the habit that you're trying to grow, which is like skincare.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll have to have a whole conversation about that
I'm
because I
really
would love
excited
to have
about
a good
this.
skincare
Yeah,
routine.
oh my gosh, I want to talk about it so badly right now.
Because like when we first started doing all the streaming, I was on that routine so good. My skin looked so good. I felt so good. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like red blotchy everywhere, just a hot mess.
Oh, Melanie's volume is a tad low compared to Bobby, FYI. Maybe I just need to like, well, is this better? I moved my mic closer.
No response.
I
You
know.
get
Couldn't
nothing.
even hear me.
But like
Slightly.
slightly. But like tea for me was also kind of that like forcing myself to like take care of myself better.
Yeah.
You know, because I looked at like Sir Patrick Stewart and he drinks tea like every day, and I'm like, that guy has been like
Hmm.
the age of 60 for like 200 years.
Hmm.
So if I start drinking tea, that could help like get my body back into like a healthier rhythm.
Yeah, maybe it's just like hydration. Do you think that's what it is?
Oh, no. No, because
No.
I drink like I actively from just today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 bottles of water on my desk just from today.
Yeah. Okay. So you're very hydrated. So I what I'm
I
hearing
drink,
from
yeah.
you is like redness is like one of your skincare
Hmm.
concerns.
Redness and like I have really big pores like right here
Hmm. Okay.
that my
Okay.
glasses hide really well.
Okay. I mean, I will say like pores and skin texture, those are all just very normal skin things. And I
Hmm.
feel like when we see skin on TV or like in pictures and stuff, people they're always blurred. And so I think
Yeah.
we have like body dysmorphia of like pore size and like skin
Yeah.
texture. Where everybody has pores. Like I've even like a newborn baby, they have pores. They have sebaceous filaments. Like
Listen, when we're
nobody's
not
immune.
on camera recording, I will show you an up close of my nose. My pores are so big on my nose. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, we
My
will.
my mother gifted me so many great traits.
I feel like okay, I could do okay. Bobby, this is up to you. Do you want to get into the skincare chat cuz I will dive deep, or do you want to get into character chat cuz I'm good
Let's
either
talk about
way.
skincare. I
Okay.
feel like
Oh
that's
my god, I'm
let's
so
do it.
excited. Yes. Yes, cuz I really wanted that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm excited. Okay. So, okay, with regard to pores, that's kind of hard to treat. I mean, you're going to need some like okay, here are your options. It's going to be like lasers. That's going to be like a professional treatment, okay?
Excellent.
Those are expensive.
Hmm.
Next you could do like a peel. I think it's called a TCL peel. That's like a very intense peel. The best thing you
Hmm.
can do, honestly, just to like prevent them from getting worse, is just do you wear sunblock? You are in Florida. Do you wear sunblock?
I do not, but only because I don't go outside.
Okay, that's good.
I
That's
like
good.
I'm inside
That's
almost
good.
all day, and when I do go outside, it's with my husband, so it's after work, so it's like dark.
That's good.
So
Perfect.
yeah, no, I've
Perfect.
got this I have this it's like a mud mask
Mm-hmm.
that has it's got some little exfoliant thing that's supposed to help with it. And I find when I use it they do get smaller. And I really enjoy that.
Yeah,
That was like
so
part of my weekly skincare.
yeah, exactly. So I feel like cleaning out the pores is like really important. I
Hmm.
use like different like acids. I can recommend like my favorite ones to you. I'll send them to you.
Excellent. Yeah.
But I'll put like a little like just like a cotton strip and you like put acid on top and kind of like let it sit on there. Kind of, do you know like a sheet mask? Have you heard of this?
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a mini sheet, like a DIY like sheet mask for like acids.
Okay.
And that's like that's what I like to use on my nose.
How long
And
does that usually take?
you just leave it on for maybe like 15 minutes, and then afterwards you
Okay.
kind of like scrape it, and that like you're like gently sloughing off. Do you know what sebaceous filaments are?
No.
Okay, sebaceous filaments are a very normal part of the skin. But like when you look at your nose, so sometimes people have like blackheads, right? Blackheads are black. Sebaceous filaments are like skin colored to gray, and that's not
Hmm.
acne. Blackheads are acne. Sebaceous filaments are just a normal part of your skin. But some people like me, I do like to clean them out maybe like once a week just to feel like I'm like clearing out my pores. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I don't want them to be confused with blackheads. And so yeah, I think just like keeping them clear, using acids will keep them from like filling with oil and like getting like worse. Because I think like
Hmm.
prevention is like the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, for me, the hardest part about it is when you do like the mud masks,
Mm-hmm.
right? For it's like a huge cleanup
Oh
process
yeah, is it like a
afterward.
black one, like the charcoal?
No, it's like a red it's a red clay
It's like
mask is
clay
what it
mask.
is.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's like and if you don't get all of it and then you wipe your face, your towel is like red.
Yeah, yeah. This
And
one
I have
is
like
not like that.
several of
This one's
those little
easy.
masks. Like
Yeah.
I've got this blue one that's supposed to get rid of the redding, which I feel like it did work when I used it, but
Mm-hmm.
again, I fall out of the, take care of myself too much and then I just don't do it. I'm like, man, I really wish I would have. Um, so I got like a bunch of those mud mask or like the clay mask, and I really like them. They take so long to
And they're like
get off of
messy.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I have some like recommendations for you. I'll put a list together of things that I would like. What are so I hear like redness, I hear pores. Like what else
hmm
is like on your mind? Is that are those like your main
Uh,
concerns?
those are the main things, yeah. Because I've got a good moisturizer I
Yeah.
use because my skin gets dry, and I
Mm-hmm.
moisturize, but it's just the nose pores. Thanks, mom.
I feel like pores are normal.
Not when they're this big. You don't understand. Oh my God.
Okay, let me send you some recommendations. I'll send you my like nose like acid thing that I like. It's new. I'll have to send it to you. It's very
hmm
I feel like it's very satisfying. It's not like those pore strips, which I feel like are not good for you.
The charcoal ones,
Those ones that are like
the
sticky
Biore one,
and yeah,
yeah.
I don't think those are good for
Oh,
you.
those scare me.
That's good.
I feel
They
like I
should
did
scare
one
you.
once, and I never touched it again. Like my husband bought me a huge pack of them, and I used it like once, and I was like, I'm not doing that
They kind of
again.
hurt, right?
More
Yeah.
than kind of.
Yeah.
That shit's awful.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad you don't use those because I think what happens is like you peel it away and it feels so satisfying to see them, right? Because it's like
Mhm.
they're all your sebaceous filaments are all like sticking out and
Yeah.
you feel like purged. Um, and I think people like that feeling, but I don't think it's good for you because I think it like kind of like stretches out your pores and I don't think it's really helping. Yeah. So I'm glad you don't use
hmm
that.
Yeah, no, those scare me. I have a very low tolerance for pain.
Oh,
So
really?
anything that's like painful, I'm not into it.
Hmm. Okay, I will not recommend anything painful for you. Because I feel like some things I do are painful. Um, but I don't know. I feel like it's worth it.
I mean, as long as you're happy with the results of it, go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I do weird things to my face. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have one of those like little roller things with the little what are they? It's like got the little they're not needles, but they're like really thin metal and you like roll it across your
Okay,
face.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have feelings about them. Okay, so what you're talking, I have like some strong feelings about it. So I'm so glad you
Okay.
brought this up. Have you used this? And
No.
okay, okay. They scare you. Good. Don't use them. So, what you are describing is called a derma roller. And yes, they are needles. Okay. And what it is like tiny little needles that you like roll across your face. And it's supposed to mimic micro needling. Okay. So, micro needling is where you take tiny needles and you create micro injuries along the surface of the skin. Yeah. So, it's like the needles are like stabbing your face like as you're rolling and it creates tiny little pinprick injuries into your skin. um and what that does, it promotes collagen production at the site of those micro injuries. Okay, but here's the problem. Myth is like, yeah, no. Let me, I'm not even finished. So I feel like that I don't like the derma rollers because I feel like it's unhygienic because when you roll it, it does get into your skin. You are like puncturing the skin and you cannot really sanitize the needles, the rollers afterwards, so it's kind of
Mhm.
gross. We don't have a disturbed emote.
Yet.
So there's no way to sanitize this derma roller after you've like, essentially just like stabbed your face with it. So what I
Mhm.
use is something different. I use a micro needling pen, and it's kind of like a mini tattoo gun, and it has like disposable heads. So I have a fresh head every time, and it kind of and you do the same
Okay.
thing, but it's sanitary.
Yeah, I'm looking this up right now and it looks terrifying.
I will say it's painful, and I would not recommend it to you if you're scared of pain.
I don't like needles, like specifically. Like a flu shot for me is the end of the world. I am dying inside. I am not having a great time anytime there's needles involved. I have been in the hospital once now,
Yeah.
and when they did the IV, I literally thought I was going to pass out.
Will says alcohol bath for sterilization. I feel like yes, but I don't know. I still think it's kind of gross. I think if you're gonna do microneedling, I think I would recommend the pen over the derma roller. Or what is it called? Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's called the derma roller. I would not do that.
Yeah, no, that's a I love that this conversation came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I forgot how we
That's
started.
I have no idea
We're not
how we
talking
got
about
on this.
Dungeons and Dragons at all. Everybody in chat,
Dungeons and Derma rollers.
tell me about. Yeah, it looks like a torture device, honestly.
It really
Uh,
does.
everyone in chat, tell me your skincare concerns, and I'll find you some recommendations. This is my favorite thing in the world.
Oh my god.
Okay, so do you have other skincare things you want to chat about before we?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I have just a really, really basic skincare routine when I do it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like because I hate myself, I'm just like, do I really want to spend 20 minutes doing this?
Yeah, I would say
And then I never do it.
I would, for me, when it comes to like different habits, I try to lower the amount of friction every time. Like if like I would choose things that you like enjoy. Like do you find it fun to do it, or do you feel like, "Oh, I got to like ugh."
Not really, because it's like, you slap that on your face and now you're sitting there for 15 minutes. And because I'm using the mud one or like the clay ones, and they're so like colorful, so
Yeah.
I
Oh, so you
can't
thought that
touch
way.
anything.
Yeah, I see. I see. You feel like you're kind of trapped by
Yeah,
the
so I'm just like
mask.
sitting there, and I guess I could be reading the book that I'm supposed to be reading for book club during that time. But yeah, it's just I don't know. And for me personally, right, I don't know how you feel about this, but as someone who is married, do
Mhm.
you ever feel like the bathroom is like, this is when I'm in the bathroom, no one else come in? Like, this is my time, this is my space. I hate doing like self-care stuff with
Yeah.
other people watching me do it.
Yeah, I do it as like an alone time thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my husband has no boundaries with the bathroom at
Hey,
all.
hon, how's it going?
It's like, look, back when we lived in like Louisiana, we had this really big bathtub, and I would just be taking a bath, and he would just come and sit down and talk to me. And I'm
While
like,
you're in the bath.
you've got to go away. This is my time to relax. This is my only alone time.
Oh my gosh, we're getting the tea on Kara. Kara does not either. Bathroom time is my time.
Yeah, it's just like, and like, I will literally tell him, I'm like, hey, it is my bathroom time. You need to get the fuck out of here. And he's like, I'm married to you. I've seen you naked. It's fine. And I'm like, it's the principle of
It's not
it.
about modesty, it's just about my zen
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, it's about let me do this, let me be in my own peace without you asking me 500 questions about literally nothing.
Yeah, I feel like I have this solved because I have my own bathroom, so I don't really run into this problem.
Listen, I can guarantee you if I had my own bathroom, he would still Oh no. No.
Don't come in.
Currently in my house, the master bathroom does not
Yeah.
have a bathtub, right? We have a
Mhm.
shower.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the big showers.
Yeah.
And so our guest bath, whenever we want to take a bath, we have to go into the guest bath. And he will come in there while I'm taking a
He'll hunt
bath.
you
So like
down.
he will find me.
He'll find you.
He comes for me and he will not give me that alone time in the bathroom at all.
I installed a big bolt lock on the bathroom door. Hashtag fixed. Oh, we figured out the mystery of who changed the stream title. It was Will. Will. We were trying to
Oh,
figure. We thought it
Will.
was
Thank
Dave.
you,
We're like,
Will.
when did this change? I have a sliding door. Haha.
Listen, but I will tell you, that's probably what I miss the most about living in Louisiana. Everyone talks about the food, but Louisiana houses know how to build a bathroom.
Who
Louisiana
would build a
bathrooms are
bathroom?
crazy. They all have amazing big bathtubs, separate showers, like just it's
Mm.
a whole vibe.
I'm
Whole vibe
I'm
in the Louisiana
envisioning
bathroom.
like a clawfoot tub. Is that just like my fantasy, or is there
Oh
truth to
no,
it?
I maybe, but I feel like most of the ones we saw, it was like the in its own little square thing that was like stones
Mm-hmm.
along the outside of it. So it was like not like the little stonework, but like the big ass, like almost like
Yeah.
outdoor stonework along
Oh
the sides
wow,
of it.
that's
And it was like the
fancy.
same pattern as like the shower,
Oh
so it would
my
like kind of bleed
gosh,
over into the shower. It was really nice.
these
I
are
missed my Louisiana
fancy.
bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah. So like as I'm traveling from state to state, through my life, I'm just picking out like, oh, I like this state's bathroom, I like
Yeah.
this state's yard space.
Yeah.
Because certain like it like as you travel, I feel like each of the states really does have different priorities in
Hmm.
their, you know, housing designs. Because I feel like Florida doesn't give a shit about the bathroom.
Bathrooms. Yeah. What do you feel
No,
like is
it's
the priority in Florida? Is it pools? Maybe. Am I just
probably like I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Florida really has a priority. I think they are just at this point just mass produced, cookie cutter. Everything
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
exact same houses because there's so many people moving to Florida.
What do you think is drawing people to Florida?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I was drawn here because of Disney World.
Because of Disney World.
My husband, we lived in Tennessee, right? And then he picked Louisiana. So we moved to Louisiana. And then once
Mm-hmm.
his work dried up there, he told me to pick where we were going next. And I said, I want to go to Disney World. Let's go to Florida.
That is so
Because I'm that
funny.
annoying kid that like I went with my father every other year since I was like 5. So I've been to
Oh,
Disney World way too many
wow.
times. I was a Disney vacation planner at one point.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm a little
You are a
obsessed.
Disney adult.
I am
Oh my
100%.
gosh. As Taylor Swift says, Florida. Is that a thing Taylor Swift says,
I don't
Will?
I don't really know I don't know Taylor Swift
I
enough
don't
to know
know
that
this reference. Will,
reference.
you're gonna have to explain, teach us, because I want to know.
Mhm.
But have you ever seen the Book of Mormon?
The stage show?
Yeah, the Broadway show.
Yes, yes, I
It just
have.
reminds
Yes,
me of that guy who really wants to go to Orlando.
me and my husband, when we did move here, we got like the season passes to like the Broadway
Yeah.
shows. So we got to see like a whole bunch of them. I adore that. The Book of Mormon was so funny.
I feel like I know people who are like extremely offended,
Do what?
who are like very offended by that show.
Oh, I bet there are a bunch of people who were offended. I could
I
definitely see
could
that.
see that
I think it
too.
was made by the people who did like South
I think
Park.
it was.
So
Yeah, I feel like it's very on brand of them.
yeah.
Dane says, yes, such a great show. That's her new song. She screams Florida a bunch. Sorry, Kara, listen to Tree Swift a bunch. Someone is always offended by something.
That's true. No matter what you do, someone's gonna be offended by it, so
Okay, so
do
I'll
what's
say yes,
funniest.
that's true, but I can like doubly say why someone would be offended by Book of Mormon. It's
What?
not
Making fun
subtle.
of an entire religion? No. Psh, that's no reason to be offended.
Oh my gosh.
Do you go to stage shows a lot? Do you like stage shows?
Okay, so I don't go to a lot of them, but I have been to Broadway shows. I've seen Hamilton live. I've seen Wicked. I've seen Book of Mormon.
I loved Wicked.
Wicked is
I think
so
one of my
good.
greatest sadnesses in life is that I'm never gonna get to see Kristen Chenoweth as Glinda.
I do not
That's like
know this person. Is she like a great Galinda? I'm not like.
Kristen Chenoweth was the original
Oh, okay,
Glinda.
okay, okay.
She is like Broadway royalty.
Okay. You're gonna
Her
have to
and
teach
Adina
me.
Menzel, I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly, were the original Galinda and Elphaba, and Adina
Mm-hmm.
Menzel got really, really famous recently for being Elsa in Frozen.
Okay, I see. I see. That makes sense.
And fun fact about Adina Menzel's audition, she during one of her high notes, she messed it up really bad and just yelled "fuck" really loud, and they were like, "That's our Elphaba."
That's so funny. Are you
It's
gonna
like her
see?
personality just do
Yeah.
what?
I was gonna ask. Sorry, you were gonna say like her personality was perfect.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just shone right through, and I think
Yeah.
she really did embody Elphaba so well.
That's really cute. I was gonna ask if you were gonna see the movie with Ariana
I'm
Grande.
so excited to see the movie. Yes. Um, Fun fact: Kristen Chenoweth is Ariana Grande's like godmother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or I think she's the godmother. That could not be actual fact, but I know they're very, very, very close. So I thought that was kind
Hmm.
of cute that she's
That
kind
is
of
cute. Are you gonna dress up to go see the movie?
probably not.
Okay. Okay. I was
I
thinking
mean, I
about
do
it.
own a fully pink suit, so I mean,
Yes.
I could,
Yes.
but
Put on like a crown. Good to go.
right, right. I can teach people how to be popular.
Exactly. Dane said Mormons actually love the Book of Mormon. That's so
I
funny.
also have heard that.
Okay, that's pretty hilarious.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. And see, I also on that you were talking about Hamilton, I feel like I'm the minority that I don't like Hamilton.
I thought it was good. What did you not like about it?
I honestly, I felt like so many of the actors' talent was wasted on rapping because they have these
Hmm.
such powerful voices that
They
were
were more
just like I
speaking.
felt like they were just kind of talking the whole time, just talking very
Mm-hmm.
quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the show I went and saw, the woman who played Hamilton's wife, girl, she was amazing. But I felt like everyone else was a little wasted because you we didn't really get
Hmm.
to hear their voices very
I
much.
can see that. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like what is it? Lin Manuel Miranda.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I feel like he had like a peak and then I guess I don't know, everybody got like sick of him or something and now I feel like people are not into him anymore. They're like over him.
Y I feel like after Encanto, that was, like, his
Yeah.
big swan song,
Yeah.
and then after that, he's kind of fallen from grace.
Yeah,
But, I mean,
exactly.
I loved Encanto, so, I
Yeah.
mean, I thought that the music in that was amazing,
Yeah,
but
it
I could
was.
see that.
Yeah.
He went from being this, like, brilliant visionary to now everyone's just like, "Eh,
Maybe it's just like overexposure or something. I'm not sure what it was.
maybe."
Yeah. He needs like a little break or something before he can come back.
Mhm.
Do you see a lot of shows
Yeah.
like near you?
Yeah, I Yeah, we saw, Hamilton and, Wicked. We got to see Annie, which, so I used to be a ballroom dance instructor, right? So I actually
Mhm.
know how to do
Yeah.
ballroom dancing, and they had a child playing Annie,
Oh
right?
wow,
And
yeah.
her and Daddy Warbucks did a Viennese waltz in it, and I was shooketh because it was done so well.
Really?
Like,
Okay. So they took
normally
it
in all of these
seriously.
stage
Yeah.
shows yeah, when I watch these shows and they do, like, a ballroom dance, it's always really, really bad.
Hmm.
It's not really a ballroom dance. This was a
Mhm.
very well done, like, Viennese waltz, and I was so happy to see it.
Oh
Um,
wow.
so they got a lot of kudos for that. Yeah, we got to see a lot. I think the biggest disappointment for us is the one that I was excited the most about, which was Chicago.
Oh, I've never
Uh
seen that live.
I love Chicago, but it was
Not
the
good?
specific play we went to. They like did Cell Block Tango, right? They didn't have any of the bars to like
Oh,
dance with. They were just
yeah.
like sitting in a chair
Hmm.
talking,
Yeah, I can
and it
kind
was
of
like,
see, yeah,
this,
why that's disappointing.
I don't know about this, because like that was my number one for the season was
Hmm.
Chicago. I love it.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Hmm. I'll have to take like a New
Hmm.
York trip and go see some shows or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be really fun. I would love to see like an official Broadway on Broadway, not just, the
Yeah.
Broadway traveling circuit.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really
Oh
cool.
my God, I would meet you there.
We need to find a show.
Yeah, I'm sure we can find something good.
Me too.
Yeah.
I adore that I had talking points for this, and then it just skincare into
Skincare
stage
Broadway
shows.
shows. Those were on the agenda tonight. Check
Were
it,
you
check.
ever like a theater kid in school? I think this kind of relates to D&D. Were you?
Yeah, I was not a theater kid. I'm like the opposite of a theater kid. I'm like,
Okay.
I do not want to be seen. I want to just I'm like the kid like painting the set on the
Yeah.
theater. Yeah, I'm like very much in the background. But I do love watching musicals. Like there's like a local gem of like a dinner theater that does like musical. They put on musicals all the time. So I have like a subscription to them. So I see like tons of musicals all the time, but I was never like a theater kid. I can see you being a theater kid though.
I was not a theater kid.
I
I
can
was in
see it.
one play. I don't present this, but I am a severe introvert,
Oh my
right?
gosh, you don't present that way at
I
all.
know. Yeah, it's because I love people.
Yeah.
I cannot be around them for too long. They exhaust me so bad. Melanie was too cool.
That is not true. I'm too shy.
No, I was in our school's production of Annie.
Ooh,
Um,
okay. Wow.
I was Mr. Bundles, the laundry guy, and then I was like various other cast.
Yeah.
Um, and that was when I learned I couldn't sing because I tried out, I auditioned in front of
Oh
everyone
my
for
gosh.
the radio host that
Yeah.
sings You're Never Fully Dressed Without a Smile?
Yeah.
That was the part I wanted. And I auditioned in front of everyone and everyone laughed at me. I
They
think
did
that might have been
not.
like
They
my
laughed at
catalyst
you.
moment. They did, yeah. That might have been my catalyst moment into becoming an introvert.
Oh my god, that's like your villain origin story.
It
Oh
was,
my
yeah.
gosh. What the
It was
hell? That's so
awful,
fucked
but
up.
it really
Why would
was.
someone laugh at you? That's such like a
I
vulnerable
know.
moment.
Yeah, and I was in like sixth grade or something, so I was like really young at that point.
That's like that's like a core memory. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it really, I mean, here I am talking about it still. I'm still butthurt about it.
No, that's terrible. I'm so
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I was a band kid though. So I mean, I did performance that way.
Yeah, you played trumpet
I played trumpet and flute.
and flute, but you don't have
Um,
trumpet energy.
I've been told I don't have trumpet energy. Most people who guess what I play start with clarinet.
That's I guess clarinet too.
I mean, I guess that's better than guessing flute because if, like just to tell you what who gets the most flutes, if I was guessing for Serafina, it would be flute
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the flute section was always the freaks. They were overly horny high
Are
school
they?
students. Yes.
Really? Is that the
The flute section was
stereotype?
always crazy.
Oh my
Always
gosh. I didn't know that. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. The
Hmm.
flute section was a lot of fun. And since I got to like dabble with them, a little bit, like they were just I feel like they brought out a lot of just silliness in me because
Yeah,
they were just a lot of fun. They were
that's
a lot of fun
cute.
to be around. But the trumpet section, I don't feel like I have the ego of most trumpet
Yeah,
players.
yeah. I don't see that either with you. Yeah, I feel like you're very down to earth.
Hmm. But marching, I wish there was like recreational adult marching bands. I would love to march again. It was so much fun.
I never did anything like that. I don't know what that's like. It seems hot.
It was like and it was really, really difficult.
Oh my gosh. I did more plays than Bobby in high school, says Dane. So are you telling me the American Pie movie was right that one time at band
Yes.
camp? Dane,
So
yeah. I need to know more about this play thing.
yes, next time Dane is on Tea Time, we're gonna learn all about
Let me
all the plays he was
write this
in.
down.
Yeah. Write it
Dane.
down just because we don't know which one of us is going to be getting him. So
Yeah, I need more information about this. So,
um
Dane, I'm going to
I
put a
will
pin
tell
in that.
you band camp for me was not anything like that. I feel like college band camp probably is a lot like that,
Yeah.
but high school band camp, we got there at 7 in the morning and we marched on asphalt for 7 hours straight. We were passing out from dehydration.
Oh
It was
my
so hot.
gosh.
Our arms and legs were tired. We're having to hold our instruments like upward.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
one of the most beautiful things in my life, but I enjoyed it. It to me, it had the same energy as like when I run half marathons. It's so hard, but in my mind, I will always remember that I was strong enough to do it.
That is crazy. Wow. I am not a runner. I'm a walker.
I I like to say that I love running, but I don't. I don't get the runner's high like people say
Yeah.
you're supposed to.
Yeah. You just
I have a friend, and we once almost had a podcast called the Miserable Running Club podcast,
Mhm.
right? Because we were the running club that absolutely hated running, and we wanted to do a podcast about exercise for other
Yeah.
people that hate
Yeah.
exercise,
I feel like we need this. You should definitely make that.
right? I mean, I could probably talk to Ash. I bet she would still be down for doing the Miserable Running Club. We were Marcy for short.
Oh, that's cute. And you can like document your journey, like talk about your journey of like training for
Yeah.
something, you know?
Yeah, that was the plan because like we were working up to our first working in a when you go up to your friends with like a really stupid idea and
Yeah.
you tell them and you expect them to be like, "Psh, you're so stupid." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're into it.
That's what I was doing here. I went up to my friend Ashley and I'm like, "Hey, what we ran a 10K at Disney World?" And she's like, "Let's do it."
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "What?" And then she's like, "And why stop there? Let's do a half marathon." And like by that point, we had snowballed and like gaslit ourselves to like, yes, let's do it. And the registration was opening in 2 days, so we were like, it's fate. And the day after we signed up, we were like, oh my god, we have to train for this now. We just spent like $500 to do this run, and now we have to
Oh
train for it.
my gosh, that's terrifying. I could never do anything like that. I signed up for like a 5K or something and I walked the whole
Uh-huh.
thing. I just like took a stroll the whole time.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think when you have a group to do it with, it's so much better.
Oh my
And like
gosh. I
our first
can't.
one was awful,
I
but our
can't.
second one that we did, so our first year we just did the half marathon, and the second year we did a 10K on Saturday and the half marathon on Sunday. So we did them like back to back. Um, and we found like the pacers. So we really just wanted to finish our half marathon under 3 hours, which isn't like super great, but so we kept up with the pacer for most of it. And I know for me, I fell behind around the 10 or around the 10.5 mile
Oh
mark,
my
and
gosh.
I was just dying.
No.
But my shining achievement for that is way before me in the corrals. There was this like big buff gym bro, right,
Yeah.
dressed like a kind of like a slutty Maleficent, right? He was like shirtless with the body glitter, and I passed him, and he had to have started at least an hour before me. So I was like, this is such an accomplishment. Not that I'm shaming anyone who gets past at races, but like for me,
Yeah, it
I'm
feels
not in
good.
shape,
Yeah.
and this guy is like a unit of a
Yeah.
person. So it was like just passing him, I was like, "Oh my god, maybe I'm not as bad at this as I thought." And,
Yeah.
like, we both finished under 3, so we did our
That's
goal.
good. That's good. Oh my
Yeah, so next
gosh.
up, we wanna do Spartan runs. If
Wait,
anyone
do
out there
what?
does Spartan runs, let me know because I want a team to do it with.
Mm-mm. I cannot. I
Come on, Melanie,
cannot.
let's do a Spartan.
I am literally the least athletic person ever. Like like seriously below average. Significantly.
Yeah, I get it. It took us a little while to get where we were doing literally
Oh
anything.
my gosh, it's so bad. Oh, Robin says high school band camp is just getting stung by sweat bees 100 times and not being able to react without getting yelled at. Oh my gosh, that's such like a zen moment. You're like, just keep going.
Yeah, so we had this fun little game that our director liked to play. This he was a part of the reason I stopped after my sophomore year. I only was in band for like 2 years. Or I started in fifth grade and then I was in marching band for two. But he had this game he liked to play where if you messed up, it was called Get You Some because you would get down and get you some push-ups, right? When you messed up. If you messed up twice, your whole section was doing push-ups. Three times, you're like, if you were a trumpet, all of the wood or all of the brass section was doing push-ups. And if you messed up four times, the whole band was doing push-ups because of you.
That's, I feel like collective punishment is kind of cruel. So,
Yeah, it was not a great time.
yeah. Dane is volunteering to be on your Spartan team.
Yes.
He says, "Oh geez,
Yes.
I've done one of those Spartan races before too in Michigan." So hurry up and put Dane down as your teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to. I look,
Thanks for
the Knights of
volunteering, Dane.
D20 the Knights take on a Spartan.
Oh my gosh, no. I will not be on that
Yeah,
team.
it would be great. Come on. We can get like little Letterman jackets.
I do not think you understand. I'm gonna have to like show you a video of me doing like things, and then you can understand.
Listen, running is all heart. Let me tell
Oh
you,
my
it's all
gosh.
heart. Mind over matter.
Oh my gosh.
No, I feel like I'm such like a I want to be athletic so bad, but then I look to my right and I see like a brownie and I'm like, oh shit, let me go eat this.
I can't imagine
Oh
Melanie
my God.
doing the rope climb. Dang, that is because I don't have the upper body strength at all. I cannot do that.
That's why you train for it. You get ready for
Oh
it.
look, Will sign Will up because I've never
Let's
done
go,
one, but
Will.
I'd consider it. He's saying yes.
And we should definitely trick Kara into doing it. Don't tell her where we're going until we get
Yeah.
there. Just be like, surprise. We're crawling through mud. Uh,
Mud runs are
Robin, I
way
would
more
I
fun.
would
I feel like
I would
Robin
do a
has
mud run
done
with
this
you too.
before. I feel
Let's
like
do it.
context clues. No problem, she is asleep. Kara's asleep.
I would
Sign her up.
100% do a mud run with you, Robin. Just let me know when and where.
What is a mud run? Is it just running through
So
mud?
do you know what a Spartan run is?
Is it like when you're doing different obstacle courses?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like
okay.
a 5K with obstacles in it. There's like 20
Okay.
obstacles or a 10K with 25. A
Okay.
mud run is very similar to that, but almost all of the obstacles are like mud related. So like crawling through a mud pit, or I know a lot of them have like a pit that you have to go completely under the water and then out the
Mm.
other side, but it's all
Mm.
like muddy and
I
icky.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna say I cannot
Robin says it's less
it's
serious.
less serious. Okay, okay. Yeah. I mean, none of that bothers me. I think just like anything with like upper body strength, like Dane says,
I'm with
doing the
you.
rope climb, I cannot pull up my own body weight. like
Listen, I've got these lovely malnourished arms that I worked really hard for by not eating anything nutritious.
yeah, I need to track my protein intake for like whatever time is leading up to this.
You know what's crazy is whenever we would do the half marathons, the night before, you're supposed to do like heavy carb intake and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's like our bodies could tell that we were about to do something because that night we went and we got like pasta and I ate like 4 bowls of pasta and
You're
I
like,
never eat that much.
get
My body was
ready.
just like, give me that. It was crazy the amount of food that I intaked that day or that night.
Dane said I did the 10K one for Spartan. There's a lot of forearm grip strength necessary. Dane, I don't have any
Mhm.
of everything that you're describing. I do not have this level of athleticism.
It sounds great.
But you know what? Okay, you know what we should talk about?
Hmm.
That is D&D related. Um, I wonder like what level of athleticism like corresponds to like different things and like Dungeons and Dragons, like in real life. Like, what does it translate to?
So I know, like, on a general spectrum, like the average commoner, like their strength and endurance and whatnot is like a
Yeah,
10,
an average person's a
right? So like,
10.
yes.
Seraphine is like an 8.
Yeah. Marway is also at 8. We are weak bitches. We are weaker than the average person.
I feel like in real life, if average person's like a 10, I feel like in real life I'm probably like 5, maybe less. I don't know. Like, I don't think you understand.
I don't know what my strength is be because like I don't really do like strength workouts. A lot of mine are like endurance
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like I have scoliosis, I have a bad back. So like
Mhm.
lifting will never be what I'm strong at, but like
Mhm.
running, I can just go forever.
But is running
So like
that's
for me
like
it's would that be
I don't think
endurance?
that's not
I
strength.
don't that's not strength, yeah.
Is that athletics?
Would that be like constitution?
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
also
know. I think it
thinking
would just be
constitution.
athletics, which would be strength.
Endurance is constitution, I feel like.
Con. Yeah. So I feel like I would have like a higher con than strength. Because I've got a lot in the tank. The tank just doesn't do a whole lot at once.
Yeah, yeah. -2 or 3 con mod. I did one lap around the track and almost died. 0 to 10, never running again.
I fully understand that. I don't now I want to get the now I really want to do the Marcy podcast again. Just so we can talk about Look, we went over some fun running facts also. Did you know in England there is an annual marathon race and it's humans versus horses? This is
How can a
real.
human win against a horse? I don't
So they've had it
understand.
for 80 years. Guess how many times a human has won?
It has to be 0.
Two.
Oh my gosh. It must have been like the most addled horse.
So in reality, when it comes to long distance running,
Oh,
um,
because okay, I see. Yeah,
humans
humans
sweat.
are very good
So,
long distance, just not like a sprint. Like a horse is a
mhm,
faster sprinter. Okay, yeah.
yes. So a lot of people have like said had the humidity been higher on the days that they did the race, the humans would have won more because every time a human won, it was during
Mm,
a very hot, very humid day where the
I
horse could not
see.
maintain as well.
I see. Okay, okay. I understand. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Um,
I would never run against a horse, but I mean, do what you
yeah,
gotta
maybe
do, I
like a mini
guess.
horse. Like
Mhm. And it's like I feel like every time the horse won, it was like by like a whole ass like 20 minutes. It wasn't even like a close race, but when the human won, it was like 60 seconds.
That's crazy.
Hmm. So like theoretically, they say that despite cheetahs being the fastest, we could probably do marathons better than a cheetah because they only
Yeah.
have about 20 seconds of running
They're
before
like
they are
burst.
completely wiped
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. That makes
which
sense.
is
That makes
crazy to
sense.
me.
Yeah, that is crazy. I like
Hmm.
wonder what other like D&D things like we could try to translate into like real life besides just like stats. Like, I'm trying to think. Like
I don't
movement?
know.
Like, do you think we can move as quickly
Listen,
as they say?
no,
What is it like
no.
30 feet and like
In how many yards is a foot? Because I know I can, in 3 steps, my absolute maximum is 5 yards because I had to do it in marching band once. So I'm just wondering how many
hmm.
yards that would equivalent to because that would have taken me about, 4 to 6 seconds. So that would have been about a turn.
Yeah, so every time we're moving faster than like we could
We're
realistically
moving
move.
so fast.
Hmm.
I feel like that would be fast.
Or even things like drinking a potion. Like how long does that take?
Hmm. So 30 feet is 10 yards. For 6 seconds, I feel like that is excessive. I feel like it could be done,
You're
but
like
I mean, that
booking
is
it.
definitely at like a jog. That's like at a jog. That's definitely not a walk.
Yeah.
You're really trying at that point, I feel like. Or maybe that's just, marching band Bobby who had to do, 5 yards in 3 steps, trying to think about doing, 10 yards in 6 steps.
Yeah. We should all like
Yeah,
measure
I don't know.
ourselves.
Yeah, we should all run for 6 seconds and see how many yards or how many feet we can
Oh my
clear.
gosh. I don't want you guys to be
See what our
sad when you
movement speed
see
is.
me.
Sarah, let's see. Melanie has a 10-foot per turn movement speed.
Our characters can only move as fast as like us as players can move.
That would be great.
What
We
happens?
we should do like a self-insert one shot one time.
Yes. Here's another idea. What if we did like life-size D&D? Like we had a map, but it was like a LARPing map. And like we had to
I was
like
about to say, so
we
LARPing.
yeah, so we as players have to like navigate the map and encounter.
So, have you ever been
I've
LARPing?
never been LARPing. I'm kind of interested, and I feel like that's what I'm describing.
I have been LARPing.
Tell me about it, and I kind of
So
want to go.
yeah, so I had a friend who made me custom daggers, like the
Okay.
foam daggers made specifically for my hands.
Okay.
That was a really cool experience. I have been shooting a bow and arrow since I was like 5, right?
Okay, so you're
So
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
whenever we LARP, that was my main thing
Mm-hmm.
is we had
Yeah.
these special arrows with these tips on them so we could shoot it and it wouldn't like take your eye out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I would just shoot people all day, like because I can be at a full sprint and turn completely behind me and fire,
Wow.
which was like my party
That's pretty
trick.
hot. Yeah.
It was pretty hot because I was real skinny back then too, and I was in my custom leather armor that was open down to here.
mm.
I had my hair in my braids, and it was a whole mood.
Mm.
But LARPing was so much fun. I would love to do it again. I would do it again. I still have
Yeah.
a lot of my stuff.
So, okay, tell me about LARPing because I don't understand like the mechanics of LARPing.
Mhm.
Like what are the rules? Like what are the rules of like warfare? I don't understand. Do you just like
So for that, it depends heavily on the group that you're with. Some of them
okay.
do like a super hardcore, like you get hit once, you're dead no matter what. Some of
Mm.
them, it's like if you barely hit someone, they call it a graze and it doesn't mean anything.
Mm.
Some of them, if you hit really good on the arm, it just means they lose that arm. Some of them, it's like instant death. So it depends heavily um, as to what their rules are. But I mean, the main goal of it is just smack the shit out of each other with foam weapons.
Will says, "Ooh, I never considered that archery would be good for LARPing. I may need to look into it." Will, are you saying that you shot a bow and arrow before? Ranged advantage. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I mean, look, I would show with my elf ears, my
Yes,
bow and
that's so
arrow, like
cute. I feel
it
like
was
you
a
look like. Do you
whole
look like
vibe.
Legolas? That's what I'm envisioning.
I wonder if I have a picture
I
somewhere
shoot them
on
every year.
these.
Will is gonna join our LARPing team. That's what I'm hearing,
Yes,
and he is also
we're
bringing a bow and arrow.
excellent. Look, I taught most of our LARPing group how to shoot,
That is so cool.
so
Yeah.
I'm here for a more archer. I've got like my crowning jewel is my 6 foot longbow. Oh my god, she's gorgeous,
I'm excited
and
for this. I feel like Will, are you gonna teach us how to shoot a gun? I feel like
I
this could be
mean,
the same weekend.
do you not know how to shoot a gun?
Okay, see, let me describe to you my level of athleticism and like how weak I am. What?
Oh, you just said athleticism as with shooting a gun.
That was not a
I was just
that was
making
not
fun of you a
that
little
was
bit.
not a mistake because let me get into it. I haven't even begun the story. So yes, I've shot a gun before, but my grip strength is so weak that every time I like pull the trigger, my hand is like so weak it jams like every time. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? I'm not strong enough to shoot a gun. Do you have
Oh
any tips for
Lord.
me? Do I need one of those like
Yeah, get the little grip thing. Maybe, yeah, maybe like get some weights.
you need a different gun then?
Oh my
Oh look,
goodness.
look, look. Kara had the same problem with the pistol I first shot with her. Look, see, that's not just me. That's not just a me problem. It's not just me. I feel
Oh
so
my God.
validated. There are some that are harder to shoot than others. Okay. Will says, I've done it before
Yeah.
with Kara's old coworker and taught them safety and how to handle. I feel like I understand gun safety. I just don't have the grip strength to shoot it.
Hmm.
Um okay, yeah. Maybe that's just like a me
I grew
problem.
up,
Yeah. Meanwhile in
yeah, I grew up
Canada.
in like a heavily like gun-oriented family.
Yeah.
So like
Yes.
we grew up with it. My stepfather owned way too many guns. All of his money went to guns, and so he like ran a calendar, right? And I feel like we talked about this behind the scenes a little bit, but
Yeah,
he ran a
yeah.
calendar that my mom was in called
Super hot machine
what
guns
was it?
and
Bikini, bikinis and
bikinis.
machine guns. And so like we would just, all the time have models showing up shooting our machine guns, so like and we would shoot the machine guns. Like so it was like a very normal thing for us.
I know I cannot be trusted with a machine gun. Like I feel like you need a strength for that I do not trust myself to have. I don't think I can
In our
handle it.
Discord right now, I went ahead and put a Tea Time Pics chat because I found a picture of back when I used to LARP. This was our whole group. You can see me a little bit over on the side. Um, yeah, goodness
Oh
gracious.
my gosh, we'll have to post it on our social media. Will is volunteering to teach my Canadian friend how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I think everyone should at least know how to, even if it's not something you enjoy, people, it is what it is, but knowing how to protect yourself, I think is important.
yeah, I feel like maybe I just need a smaller gun. Let's go. Let's go. You guys are welcome here. I had to take 3-week class for it.
Yeah.
Wow. Bobby equals real life elf. Yeah, that's true.
Look, I've spent a lot of my life trying to be an elf, so it means a lot that people see me that way.
I feel like it's working. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought LARPing was a lot of fun. I would recommend it to everyone. I think everyone should try it. It's good stress relief. It's good, hand-eye coordination. It's a great way to make friends. Because here you all are doing goofy ass shit together. You're gonna have to be somewhat, comfortable with them.
Yeah. Yeah. No more pretense. Lose all sense of dignity. Just get into
Yes.
it.
Get into it, my friends.
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
want to. I feel like maybe we can all dress up as our characters and go LARPing.
Only if when you throw your Eldritch Blast, you just throw it sideways.
Oh my gosh, yeah, last session, like, me and Ados, literally 0 damage in the entire encounter. That was terrible.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've been here a full hour.
And we've talked none about actual D&D.
That's not true. That's not true. We talked about what a normal person's strength equals.
Yeah, we did. So let me just like throw out a really quick topic for
Okay,
you.
yeah, let's talk about a quick topic.
About our stream, just
Okay,
real quick.
yeah.
So for that, both of us now have had experience playing as someone else's character,
Okay,
right? Did
okay.
you find that to be an intimidating thing to jump into?
Okay. So when I realized that like my virtual tabletop was not working, I did have a moment of panic because as you know, I am like the worst Asian person ever and I am terrible at math and I got scared because I had to. I was like, I need to figure out how these spells work because I can't just push a button and I need to like read these spells before I start casting them. And I was trying to read these like wizard spells real quick. Um, that was scary for me. I just had like a serious panic moment. So like in the middle of stream, I'm like looking intently at like Ada's character sheet. I'm like, let me get it together. I didn't have to use any of it because I didn't land any of my hits, so that panic
Which
was
was very on brand for
oh
Eidos as
yeah.
well.
That panic was all for naught. um but yeah, otherwise I it was hard because I feel like it is hard to get into like Ados's like headspace. I didn't want to like say too many things or do anything that might be like out of character or something that might be something that he's never done before that he like wasn't considering cuz okay, I'll say I wasn't exactly sure like how he would be acting in the brothel. So I was just like, I don't know, he's hanging out with
Yeah.
Chiffon and they're giggling together. I don't know like yeah, I wasn't sure what he was
Mhm.
thinking. So in those moments I kind of just like glossed over it. Trying to have a conversation with myself was really weird because there was a moment when Ado said something to therapy. Oh, it was when Zada was leaving the brothel. And I like made Ado say a comment and then yeah, Kara was like, well yeah, talk to yourself. That was so weird. I feel like I feel like the challenge for myself next time that happens is to be more prepared to have like a conversation with myself because I do feel like Eidos and Serafina do have to have some conversations. Like if I would have thought it out better, like in those moments during like the travel, during like the RP travel moments, if I was a better role player, I probably should have had Ados had a conversation with Serafina because I feel like one's kind of overdue, but I don't feel strong enough to have a conversation with myself yet. So I think I'm going to challenge myself to do that next time.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I feel like I didn't really get his voice. I don't know. What did you think? Like, did you think like what was your assessment of my
I mean, the
Ados?
voice itself was always gonna be difficult for
Yeah.
you because I feel like Ido speaks with a very deep kind of, like,
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
And so, like it reminds me a lot of when he did Serafina, and he just went with the deepest voice he could do. So I was
That was
almost
the best.
expecting when you did Eidos for you to do the
Do
highest
like
voice
a
you
Minnie
could
Mouse
do.
voice.
Is almost what I was expecting.
I should have done that. Oh my
But
god.
yeah, no, like I fully get that because like I only play casters, so when it comes to like a situation of hey Bobby, you have to be Bula, who's a barbarian.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't play martial characters, and so I was like, oh my god, if we get in combat, I don't know what to do. What rage and then just hit the? I mean, I guess that is what it is, but like at the same time, I feel like marshals are always in more danger than the casters are because they're like
Mm.
in the
In the
fray.
yeah, they're in the
And
mix.
I would
Yeah.
never want to be like the reason Bula is killed in combat
Oh,
because
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with a martial character.
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily that didn't happen though.
Yeah, I was very, very lucky with that. But I remember for me, that wasn't even the biggest stress. The biggest stress for me is I feel like Maraway and Bula are so close that we both get each other very much.
Like they're very
And I almost
vibing,
felt like
yeah.
there was more of a pressure for me to be able to roleplay Bula very well because we're so close.
Mm.
And that might have just been my imagination, but in my mind, I was like, we are so close. I know Bula's personality inside and out. I should
Mhm.
be able to roleplay this. And it
Mhm.
was just so challenging for me because I feel like Bula as a whole, I think Robin does this really great thing where she has mastered simplicity without
Yeah.
being boring.
Yeah.
And, I play very complex characters with a lot of
Yes.
conflicting emotions.
Mhm.
And I feel like a part of me uses that as a way to like construct their personality. So it's not
Mm.
really like a personality, it's just how would someone who's been through this react to it.
Yeah. That's what you're tapping
Whereas,
into.
Bula,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
whereas Bula, she just is how she is. And she has this reoccurring thing of like making these stories about her
Her
cousins and aunts
family,
and
yeah.
whatnot. So it's like I knew going into it I had to
You
do
need to
one. I was
have
like,
one,
this
yeah.
is expected of me to do one.
Yeah.
And I got it, like as we were talking, I'm like, I've got it. And then the conversation hard shifted away from everything I had planned. And I was like, oh my God, I just lost it. And we just took our halfway break. And I don't know if I can get it again. But then we veered back to where I was originally and I got to use it. And
Yeah,
everyone
no, it
seemed
was
to like it.
perfect. It was perfect. Yeah. It was spot on. And you had your accent and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, they're both from Tennessee. It's so cute."
Yeah. And like I don't know, I feel like because I'm such a strong role player, I really felt like I had
Yeah.
to have it locked down, you know what I mean?
You did though. I
And
feel
I
like
and I
you
and I didn't feel
did.
like I did at first.
You
I was
definitely did.
really nervous
Yeah.
about it. I was because I don't know Bula like that. I don't know her inside and out.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a struggle for me, but I thought it was kind of fun.
No, I thought it was really good. I thought you did an excellent job. I feel like
Thank
you really
you.
brought her to life. Do you have any tips for like Ados next time?
I don't know. Eidos is just one of those characters for me
Yeah.
that I feel like I think you were at such a severe disadvantage in comparison to me with Bula because I feel like Eidos is the way he is because of his history. And
Mm.
since we don't know his history, it's hard to react the way that he would,
Yeah.
if that
Yeah.
makes it's like someone else like poor Robin when she has to be Maraway, you know, good
Delve deep
God,
into
he's
your psyche. Pull
like
it out.
Maraway has so much going on in that little brain of his that I pray for her and but I think Robin can do it, just
I do
I
too.
think she
Yeah.
could pull it off.
Yeah.
I would love
Robin.
to hear her do the accent though.
Oh my god, that's gonna be hilarious. Robin does confirm, yes, haha, just rage and hit them.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I thought it was really fun. I look forward to more opportunities. Next time my goal is to have a conversation with myself.
Yeah, I thought you did a lot better than I did with conversations, because there was one point I specifically was like, "Guys, do not send Bula to do this because I don't wanna do a full conversation." Like, I straight up said I'm not doing a full conversation with Bula because I wasn't ready for it, and you just jumped right into it, so I think you did a lot better than I did, personally.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Um, well, is that it for today? I feel like
I think
we
so.
meandered around. We eventually got to Dungeons and Dragons.
It was a slow turnaround, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
eventually got there. See, what
Um
all did we talk about today? We did skincare,
talked about
um,
LARPing,
theater,
theater,
LARPing,
shooting
um,
guns.
yeah,
Talked about how
running.
yeah, how running yeah, but and also how fast movement is in real life versus in Dungeons and
Mhm.
Dragons. Will's so sweet. Great stream nonetheless.
Listen, this reminds me a lot of any time I do any project with Royal because I don't know if you've listened to any of me and Royal's podcasts where it's just the two of us. We start off so strong and then it hard right turns so quickly, And we just go off on these crazy tangents and then we bring it back. And then it hard right turns again. And that's just what this felt like. Every time we tried to reel it back in, it just went right off the rails again.
Thank you, Will. You're so sweet and definitely not lying. We appreciate you.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I think on social media we should post your tea time chat pictures
Sure.
and yeah. Anybody can post their skincare questions. I'll love to answer them
Yeah, in our
non-professionally.
Discord, we have a tea time chat.
Yeah.
Feel free to get in there and ask all your skincare questions, any LARPing questions you might have. Anything about anything we talked about, go ahead and ask it, and we
Yeah.
will give you as best of an answer as we can
Yeah,
as the professionals of our field.
I am not a dermatologist or anything, so definitely don't listen to me, but you should wear sunscreen. I mean, I
Mhm.
feel like I can say that. That's the
Yeah,
best.
if you go outside, SPF it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not a vampire like Bobby, you should put on some sunscreen. That's the best skincare
Mhm.
you can do, for sure. So if you can get that, that's most of it,
Yeah,
honestly. Sunscreen. So, I think that's it.
I think so.
All right, guys. Um there's a tea time channel in the Discord. I can't see it.
What?
Will wants to post
Hold
his
on.
skincare questions. And
Oh
you
my
can't see
goodness.
it.
And I don't have him as a part of it. Well, oh, I think the admins didn't get added for some reason. Check
mm.
again. I'm hoping now, maybe. Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong one. Let me go to the actual. I was looking at our normal Discord. You're right. I don't see you. I'll have to go through all of the channels now just to
Just to make
double
sure.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we will do that offline. So, Will, thanks for letting us know. We will see you in the Discord. Alrighty,
Bye.
guys. Have a good evening. No problem, just noticed. Perfect.